Bring it We on the grind, it's game time. Light shine, all eyes on the line. Every move, every play, we define. Hardy live, feeling prime. From the bench to the field, we climb. Champion rise, this our time. No fear, no limits, we prime. Bring that heat, watch it shine. This leg is wrong, we on grind. It's game time. Light shine, all eyes on the line. Every move, every play, we define. Heart be loud, feel the prime. From the bench to the field, we climb.
You're watching Indiana Boys High School basketball tonight on the ISC Sports Network, presented to you by Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first. Healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Mulberry Telecommunications, your local hometown fiber provider. The Frankfort Eagles Post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. Tonight, it's a second all-time meeting between the Traders Point Christian Knights, who come in with a 1-8 overall record, and the Clinton Prairie Gophers, who fell to 3-9 after a heartbreaking loss last night at Carroll. Joined alongside by the former Franklin High School and Franklin College standout Brady Laurie. My name is Rick Johnston, and Brady got two teams tonight that are in desperate need of getting W's as we're hitting the midway point of the boys basketball season.
Yeah, and these are two teams that are struggling, coming off some losses here. As you mentioned, a difficult loss for Clinton Prairie last night. Traders Point's been on a bit of a losing streak. We'd like to see these guys work hard tonight, try to put some things together, and maybe come out of here with a win, which will help either program.
Pre-game show tonight presented by Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first. We mentioned Traders Point 1-8 under the direction of first-year head coach Dan Doyle. They played a really good Speedway club last night out of Class 3A. They lost 81-34. Their losing streak now sits at 6. But with this Traders Point Christian bunch, they're trying to build to the future a lot.
They really are. They're so young. I mean, there's not a senior on the team. So much. There's plenty of juniors, freshmen, sophomores. They are a team that's looking to the future. These kids work hard, and got to give them credit. They've taken some tough losses, and they get out there every night and they do their best. And that's all you can ask, especially for a team that's building for the future.
Here's your first look, presented by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. You see the 83-51 win for Clinton Prairie last year. Traders Point Christian, one of the newer teams and newer schools to join the IHSAA officially. We mentioned Clinton Prairie suffering that loss last night to Carroll, 42-40. It's their third three-game losing streak of the season. They were at the hands of a big-time three late by Carson Schuler of Carroll that put the Cougars ahead for good late in that contest. That was the game that Clinton Prairie had led for the majority of. Let's jump into our keys to victory tonight, brought to you by Mr. Brady Laurie. They're presented by Tier 1 Meat Company, where every cut is elite and every customer is family.
Well, tonight what we've talked about is this is a numbers game. Both of these teams are struggling with personnel, whether they've losing them to injury or they've left the program or just what it is. So each of these coaches has to get a cohesive group to come together and work hard and play together to get wins. We're looking to the future. That's specifically to Traders Point with all the youth that they have and just battling through all these losses. We're looking to next year when these kids are seniors and they'll have a little friendlier schedule, as we've talked about before. And then the Goldfish memory. I mean, Traders Point's lost 6 straight and 5 out of 6 losses lately for Clinton Prairie. So they're looking to forget some of these bad things that have happened and move on.
Traders Point, as we mentioned, does not have a single senior on their roster this year. They're also playing their 8th road game of the year. When we talked with head coach Dan Doyle this week, he said, yeah, this is not going to be the same next year when I'm able to rework the schedule in my choosing. On the other side for Clinton Prairie, we mentioned the tough loss last night on the road at conference foe Carroll. It's their third 3-game losing streak of the season, as last year's state runners-up in Class A, trying to get back on the winning side of things. They were hit by the injury bug last night. We'll get into that more when we reveal the starting lineups and the officials. That comes up next after we break for the national anthem. You're watching Indiana Boys High School basketball tonight on the ISC Sports Network.
The host of tonight's IHSAA We've all heard the question, if a tree falls in a forest, does it make a sound? Honestly, we're not sure either. But what we do know is that if it falls in your yard, it usually leaves behind an unsightly stump that you'll be stuck mowing around. At JXN Stump Solutions, we'll get rid of that stump for good, and here's the best part. We offer free estimates, so you'll know the cost before the work begins. We deliver quality work from a professional, locally owned company with a commitment to leaving your property cleaner, safer, and stump-free. Contact us today at 242-9523. At JXN Stump Solutions, we're rooted in service and driven to remove.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable!
Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die.
Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Back inside Clinton Prairie for tonight's matchup between Traders Point Christian and the Gophers here tonight. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Ardente Dental, Healthy Smiles. Start here. First up for the 1-8 Traders Point Christian Knights, freshman forward Bryce Martin getting the start tonight along with his fellow classmate, the guard Jacob Furnish. He wears number 4. Quentin Jones, the leading scorer for the Knights. He's a junior. He is at the guard's position, missed the first half of the year with an ankle injury. His running mate, Josh Daffler, also a junior, second in scoring for the Knights. And their leading rebounder is Cohen Robb. He is their top rebounder this year, the junior forward for Dan Doyle's bunch. On the other side for Clinton Prairie, they've been hit by a lot of injuries, particularly last night to one of their starters. The freshman Cohen Bales got hurt last night late in the second quarter, not starting here this evening. Evan Smock came off the bench last night. He gets in the starting lineup tonight here for the Gophers. He had 9 points in the loss last night at Carroll. Xander Dean, who fouled out last night, but the freshman was really, really good last night, along with his running mate Cohen Bales. He makes his second straight start tonight. Then the senior Nick Ewing, who provided 4 points in a starting role last night for the Gophers. Jackson Miller and Nick Curtin round out the starting lineup tonight here for the Gophers. Clinton Prairie had 3 players leave the program, and that has tightened up their rotation a lot. So you can see a lot of the JV guys dressing here tonight for the Gophers and 7th-year head coach Chad Peckinpah. But an opportunity for these young guys, like we talked about similarly with Traders Point Christian, Brady. Tonight, a lot of these young guys get that opportunity to play up on the varsity level potentially just because Clinton Prairie needs those bodies. So they're going to have a lot of a faster growing process now than maybe they would have expected maybe a week or two ago.
Yeah, kind of threw us for a loop a little bit yesterday. We saw names like Rhett Whitlock and Sam Hurleman in the ball game, and those guys are going to get minutes tonight. And it's just an opportunity for growth. I mean, things happen in life, and you deal with it, you move on, and hopefully come out better on the other end.
Clinton Prairie and the home whites, a packed house tonight as per usual here at Clinton Prairie High School. Traders Point in the road blue here this evening. It'll be Rob and Curtin to jump, and the opening tap controlled by the Gophers. Last year's state runners-up in Class A, losing to Orleans in the state final. Dean, corner, Jackson Miller 3, glancing short, and the rebound is occupied and picked up by Traders Point Christian.
And you mentioned last year's team. This Clinton Prairie team it's completely different, but they'll still do these same things. You'll still see this 3-2 kind of amorphous peck and pause zone. We see it all over the state and have seen it for years. And these guys play hard and they get after it. So I expect them to go hard tonight. And this zone you'll see in different positions. They'll do things a little bit differently, but it's always going to be this zone.
Tonight's officials are presented by Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling. Three-point shot missed from the edge right there where recycling makes sense. Tonight's officials, Bob Walsh, Dennis Aldridge, and Gregory Cunningham. So the three-point look there was from Martin. He missed it. And in front and right to the cup goes Jackson Miller for 2.
And he's a guy that had started out on the JV, it seems, at the beginning of the season, and he's really come around. Nice shooter, nice player, got good scoring skills.
Had 5 points last night. That's Quentin Jones, leading scorer for the Knights. He gets bumped by Smock.
And Jones had 20 in this game last year against the Clinton Prairie team with those great players, Alex Farley and Jake McGraw, and obviously Harshbargers that we're so used to seeing from Clinton Prairie. They had a nice team, good defenders, and if Quentin Jones could score 20 against them, I expect big things out of him tonight.
Rob posting up inside. Daffler is running mate trying to find help. Peels it off to the big fella Martin. Pass deflected and trying to rip it away. Tie up, and just before Smock could rip it away, that whistle blows. Possession arrow will hold it here with the visiting Knights.
And that's going to be a key. The Knights tend to give the ball away way too much, and they're young. They're not super confident in their ball handling and their passing. It's just one of those things that's a growing process for them.
Daffler been playing through an injury all season when we talked to head coach Dan Doyle. That's Traders Point Christian trying to figure out that pesky 3-2 zone. One way to break out of the zone is by hitting 3 straight away, and Daffler does just that.
He's a guy, he hit 4 threes last night, and prior to that, I watched a lot of their games. I don't recall him even shooting from out there. He's more one of those guys that'll get to the lane and get a 10-foot or 12-foot pull-up jumper, but he got hot last night, hit 3 threes in the third quarter against Speedway. Maybe that's going to be his thing.
Curtin from the post, kicks out to Miller. Couldn't get it. Good hustle there from Ewing. It goes off of his hands, but Ewing was doing a lot of that dirty work last night in the loss at Carroll just one night ago.
Yeah, he's a tough athlete. I think Coach Peckinpah told us even last year, best athlete on the team, and that's saying something with those guys that have moved on and graduated. So,
three-point shot made by the man that just dished it off. And a turnover here for the Knights as Clinton Prairie gets it. They try to take the lead back.
Apologize. I think I got my Knicks mixed up.
You were thinking of Curtin, not Ewing.
That's exactly right. But Nick Ewing I like. He's a tough kid. Plays hard.
Dean knocking down that triple try. Was 0 of 3 last night at Carroll. Did all of his damage from the free throw line, but with no Bales tonight to run the point guard spot, Dean's picking up those duties. He'll also have to get a little bit of a scoring opportunity as well. Jones can't cash in on the three-point shot, and here come the Gophers leading by a deuce. Miller on the sideline into Curtin, tallest player on the floor. Pinged around, Dean open for another 3. This one a little bit off target, and it goes up and off the basket support, and Traders Point Christian gets the rock back. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles Post 976, serving our community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. Daffler turning the corner. Threw it down to Furnish on the block. Outside, catch and shoot 3 on the way, and swished by the new marksman, Josh Daffler. Actually making Quentin Jones, on that three-point try from outside.
Yeah, and that's his game. He loves to shoot that outside shot, and he's pretty effective with it.
Trying to answer with a 3 with Smock, could not. I got confused by the leg sleeves there of Jones and Daffler. Jones leg sleeve on the right. He's got it right here. Daffler knee sleeve on the left.
How about the shoes on this Traders Point team? They'll be sitting on the bench with all these colorful shoes. It looks like a kid's bowl of cereal over there. At one point prepping these games, I was writing down their shoe colors to help keep track of who was who.
Trying to find some help is Daffler. Martin. Daffler already with 1-3 tonight. Corner to Jones, trying to take Curtin to the rack, and he got bumped there as Curtin gets called for his first. That was one of the issues last night for Curtin. Fouled out last night with less than 2 minutes to play, and your most athletic player on the roster did not play for the final 2 minutes, and that's what really spearheaded that comeback effort by Carroll an evening ago. Timeout on the floor, full one here for Clinton Prairie. We'll hold it here as the Gophers have the ball, or have them on defense. They trail 6-5. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Day and Genda Funeral Home, with locations in Frankfort, Flora, Mulberry, and Rossville. The compassionate and experienced staff at Day and Genda Funeral Home are dedicated to providing a loving and genuine environment for you to honor your loved one. For more information on our services and community involvement, please visit dayandgenda.com. Day and Genda Funeral Homes, where we put family first. A couple of threes here early on, Brady, for Traders Point Christian. For a team that's low on numbers, that three-point shot can be a real weapon for them here tonight.
And one of my observations, they've got to be feeling pretty good because this team has gotten out to slow starts in the recent games. They at North Vermilion, it was an 18-2 start, so you're behind the 8 ball. Let's see, Bethesda Christian, that was a 7-0 start to start that game, and they just got to be encouraged here. It's 13-3 start last night at Speedway, so this is encouraging for them.
Jones with the 3, Daffler with the 3, the top 2 scorers on the year here for the Knights. No changes to the lineup here tonight for Traders Point Christian coming out of the CP stoppage. 3-2 zone again here for the Gophers. Daffler, one to Jones, instead goes baseline. Touch pass out. Jones a 3 off the back of the rim. Dean, the 5'9" freshman, as well the 2 field goals here early on for the Gophers. Ewing last night had 4 points, the spectacled one at the top of your screen. Dean crossing his man over, pulls up, does not go, but there's Ewing doing the dirty work, getting an offensive rebound.
And that's been an Achilles heel for Traders Point as well. They give up 20-plus offensive rebounds in games.
Great help defense there from Furnish to collapse down on the spinning Curtin. And here comes Traders Point the other way, still leading by 1. Jones on the edge. Cross court to the big fella Martin. Set shot 3, off target.
Don't be fooled. He hit 3 of those last night in the Speedway game. He likes it out there.
Still a 1-point deficit here for Clinton Prairie. Ewing goes in, shot recycled, tapped around. Initial shot block for Robb, but then a foul called there against the Knights, and it'll go against the shot blocker Cohen Robb, the junior. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Sometimes the hamster hops off the wheel on the weekends, and he's back on there now as Nick Ewing going to the line for a couple of free throws. So a missed basket there, but Clinton Prairie has regained the lead. Ewing with the first free throw. And Ewing has the second as well. So Ewing picking up some points here. Anything that he can provide offensively, a bonus here for Clinton Prairie. And they're on a 4-0 run, and they lead 9-6.
This is a good idea for Clinton Prairie if they want to try to get some steals. Just pick these guys up a little farther out, and that's what they're doing. A little three-quarter court pressure. Create some turnovers that way.
Jones a long three. Cannot dial it in as he's missed 2 in a row, and Traders Point selling for three-point shots here early on.
And it's so tempting to shoot that three early against a zone. It'd be nice for them to reverse the ball a couple times, loosen up that zone a little bit, and get a better look.
Dean got tied up with Ben Pearson, who came in during the stoppage. That's the first one on the sophomore Ben. Third one on the Knights here in the opening quarter. Curtin almost threw that one into the Traders Point bench. Gets it back from Ewing, but his pocket is picked. Here comes Daffler. 1-on-4, does not care, and Dean recycles the shot. Daffler, kick out, Jones open, and the bottom of the cup is found by Quentin Jones.
That's a great look. When he gets set and he's got a little time, he can be a deadly shooter from out there. So fortunate that that shot got blocked and they were able to get it back out to him.
Second made three of the night for Jones. He ties our game at 9. Walks out and defends Curtin in the corner. Dean slithering his way in. Off the rim, Ewing offensive rebound, put back no, trying to fight for it, but it's snatched down by Jones. Daffler running the show here for the Knights. Second leading scorer on the year goes cross court. Good read from Dean on the steal here for Clinton Prairie. Dean threw it into traffic, and a hustling Quentin Jones deflects out of bounds.
I like how this game is shaping up. We're getting some good anticipation, good defense. Guys are playing hard.
Curtin from the free throw line. Corner to Smock. Tiptoes, and another pass intercepted. This one by Robb. Traders Point looking for their first lead in a while. Jones tried to give it to him with a three, and that was halfway down, and then it rolled out.
He should have got a point for that at least. If it was horseshoes, he would have scored there.
A tough break for Jones, who's 2 of 6 from 3 here in the first. Prairie trying to hold for the final shot. Curtin, open, contested three, long. Rebound comes out. Pearson, two-hand heave, will fall short, and that'll be the end of the opening quarter. 9-9 between Traders Point Christian and Clinton Prairie. Second quarter coming up next here on the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfort Eagles 976. Serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
Tonight's game brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Healthy Communities of Clinton County offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests and prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information today. Rick and Brady back here with you, 9-9 after one quarter of play. Traders Point Christian has relied on the three-point shot, and it's been working to their benefit here tonight.
Hey, this is one of those odd circumstances where I think both teams should be really encouraged right now. They're both playing great, knocking down some shots, playing some good defense. It's shaping up to be a good one.
Remember, 3 players for Clinton Prairie no longer on the roster, and Bales got hurt last night as Smock misses a 3 to start this second quarter. So they have not subbed once. They played 7 or 8 guys last night, with Whitlock and Hurleman playing very limited minutes last night on the road at Carroll. Not very many subs in for Traders Point Christian as well. They played just 6 because Pearson was the only bench player to come in here for the Knights. Aforementioned, steal, lean in, long, trying to get his own rebound, and then it deflected off of his hands. That's going to go to Clinton Prairie. Again, Dean having to take over the load of point guard duties tonight with Cohen Bales out with that lower body injury suffered at the end of the second quarter last night. Driving with Smock. Ewing gets tied up here with Martin. And the possession arrow is going the way of Traders Point Christian. So a lot more pressure tonight on the freshman Xander Dean, not only starting for the second game in a row, but being able to trade the ball handling duties with Bales last night. It is all on 5 and white.
Yeah, he's capable, though, and we saw him last night. He's good at getting fouled. He got to the free throw line 9 times and hit them all last night. He's a heady player. I think he'll be just fine out there.
And a timeout taken here by Traders Point Christian. It'll be a full timeout as we are still looking for our first points here of quarter number 2. Tonight's game presented by the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside Frankfort, Indiana, our venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. We provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Flip it over to Clinton Prairie. We talked about, limited numbers, trying to find some rhythm offensively. Curtin led the way last night with 16. You had 9 from Smock off the bench, but trying to find some points there because their scoring only came from their 5 starters tonight, and so far those are the only 5 guys seeing the floor here for the Gophers.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. I think we're about to see Whitlock come into the game. I don't even know that he shot last night. We're not sure what kind of scorer he is, but they'll find some points out there somewhere. And if he's smart, he'll go to the offensive glass because Traders Point has a real hard time blocking out on their end of, or on the defensive end of things. So it's a good place to go get some free buckets if you want some.
In our conversation with Dan Doyle earlier this week, we asked him about stressing that in practice, and he goes, we work for 30 minutes a day on pressure passing and crashing the glass and everything else, but it's a lot of these first-year struggles here for the first-year head coach trying to get this team up and running kind of to where he wants to see it at.
Well, and he's such a neat guy. It was nice talking with him, and I think he's got a vision.
He's got visions of Daffler hitting threes.
And to follow up, or just to finish up on that, I think he's got a vision, and he wants to build something here, and I think that's very likely to happen with a quality guy like Coach Doyle.
Second 3 for Daffler. He and Jones have all 12 points on 4 made threes. Spinning, twirling, Curtin, and the bucket and the foul.
And he's so good at that. That's kind of it's almost like he molds his game after Jake McGraw. Jake McGraw has great footwork, puts it on the floor, he's got good spin moves, can get to the rim, and especially when you can finish and get fouled and get a chance at the free throw line, we'll see if he shoots them a little better than Jake did.
Curtin was 6 of 6 last night from the stripe on the road at Carroll. Long on this one, but guess who with the offensive rebound? Ewing. Then it goes off of his hands.
I love
the
Nick
last
Ewing.
touched.
I love Nick Ewing's game. He, like you mentioned, he does the dirty work. He's a scrapper.
And he got those 4 points for him last night, so an added bonus in the loss at Carroll, and they're going to need his help tonight. Again, looks like it's just going to be 6 guys as Whitlock throwing at entry here, the first new face out here from the starting 5. Curtin, a little bit too strong from the baseline, and a rebound for the top rebounder for TPC in Robb. Daffler double team, throws it high over the head of his intended man Robb, and the first giveaway in a while here for the Knights.
Yeah, I was just about to say that as well, Rick. That they are taking better care of the ball than I've seen them in these last 6 games especially.
Dean to Ewing, and now over to Miller. Trying to get Curtin a lob, and they find him as he was cutting through the middle of the defense.
Well, that might answer our question. Whitlock not looking to score there.
Dean liking this mid-range jump shot, and I like him more as it rattles home. 5 for Xander Dean.
I like his game. For a freshman, he's going to be all right.
5'9", but plays bigger than his size. Saw him jumping in the passing on a lot last night at Carroll, just like Whitlock does here. And now it's a foot race to the other end, and Whitlock able to beat Pearson to the other end.
All right. Whitlock says, you want to see what I'm made of? Go out there and get a steal and a breakaway layup.
6 straight here for the Gophers, trying to snap their third 3-game losing streak of the year. A tough foul to take there for the freshman Dean all the way out near midcourt.
That's a freshman foul. You don't want to do that out there near half court. That'll get yourself in a situation where you might be fouling out like he did last night. So just got to be a little smarter, but he'll learn that as he gets older, of course.
Jacob Furnish in for Traders Point Christian. Evan Smock back on the floor here for CP.
Well, Furnish got some bonus time against Greenwood Christian. He's a good little ball handler, and when they were pressing, he was pretty helpful.
Going for the steal was Curtin. Rob caught it, and might not realize he was farther away from the rim as he was. Curtin goes knifing his way in and overpowers the Traders Point Christian defense for an and one.
What a great, tough finish. He's a strong kid.
And for Rob, that's one of those where you pivot, you take the dribble, and you go right up to the rim. Just took that little couple-foot set shot, and it's kind of a 4-point swing. Here's that one. Could have made it just a 1-point deficit for Traders Point Christian. Instead, their deficit remains at 5 as some uncharacteristic missed free throws here for Curtin at the stripe. Loose ball foul on the visitors.
Visitors and the home team, it looks like.
Double foul on Cohen Robb and Nick Ewing. So both number 20s. That's an easy signal for the officials. Double fouls, 20s, both, rack them up. Do it.
What are the odds?
That's got to be a ref's dream, right? Like, I don't have to signal two different numbers. I just know one number, 20, bang, bang. Tonight's game is presented by Tier 1 Meat Company. At Tier 1 Meat Co., we take pride in delivering locally sourced premium beef and pork, the kind of meat that honors the land, respects the craft, and fuels families with real flavor. From custom processing to mission-ready catering, we bring the firepower to elevate every meal and every moment. Founded by veterans, every cut is elite, and every customer is family. Stop into Tier 1 at 128 West Catherine Street in Flora, or visit us online at tier1meatco.com.
Looks like our officials are trying to sort something out here.
Yeah, after that double foul, they initially gave the ball to Traders Point Christian. Now they've overturned it. Now they're relaying that message to Dan Doyle, the Traders Point Christian head coach, at the bottom of your screen. And it will be TPC basketball.
And Dan Doyle played college basketball. He knows the rules. Played at North Central. We had a nice talk about that. Of course, Chad Peckinpah with his pedigree. We all know what a great player he was in high school and college.
Apologize for the technical difficulties, and Hamster got off the wheel again. He's slacking on a Saturday night. Come on, Hamster, what are we doing? Out of bounds. You don't miss any buckets, as will be Clinton Prairie basketball here. Five-point lead here for the Gophers. They're on an 8-0 run after that three from Daffler started this quarter off for Traders Point Christian.
Sounded like Curtin.
I heard Curtin. Two-pointer for Curtin, so he's got the last four. And he's up to 6 points here for the Gophers as their lead is a game-high 7. Martin trying to use that size against the smaller Whitlock. And he draws the foul on the reserve junior.
Yeah, a little too physical out there.
Number 3 on CP here in the second.
Yeah, Whitlock got called for the foul, but it's not bad defense. You want Martin to put it on the floor. He obviously scouted him. We know he can shoot it out there, so it's a good idea to have the big fella put it on the floor instead of shooting that standstill three.
And Martin will get bailed out by a timeout here for Traders Point Christian. Full timeout here for the Knights. Tonight's game presented by Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling. Wampler's is a place where recycling always makes sense. Please call Wampler's at 659-3721 for all your trash, recycling, and scrap needs. Wampler's Disposal Service and Recycling, family-owned since 1948. After the kind of free-flowing offense and getting the open looks for TPC back in that opening quarter, they've run into a little bit of a buzzsaw here in the second as Clinton Prairie has kind of ramped up that defensive pressure.
Yeah, that's
Brady.
what it looks like, and a great way to put it, ramped up the defense. They're just coming out a little tougher, a little stronger, and a little harder on the defensive end. But I will say, Traders Point, that's the first time I've seen Coach Doyle call a timeout to save a player. That's something that I saw a lot of in their previous games. If a guy was trapped or if he couldn't get it in bounds, or Coach Doyle was spending his timeouts to save the possessions. That's the first one I've seen tonight. So, again, another thing to be encouraged about if you're TPC.
You mentioned the Knights don't have a single senior on their roster. They are down one of their key defensive rotational pieces in Micah Barton, who's not playing with them this weekend, should be back next week. But a long scoreless drought at about the 2-3 minute mark here after that Daffler 3. Halfway home here in the second. Corner 3 missed on the attempt there from Jones. Curtin bluffs the long 3. Jones didn't completely bite on it. Dean works his way in. Reverse layup just rolls off, but a pretty move there from Xander Dean.
That was a great take. Almost got it.
Daffler pushing the issue. Ran into contact. Lost it. Curtin up the floor to Dean. 1-on-2. So it looks like an offensive foul there against Traders Point Christian. Goes on Daffler. His first, team's fourth. Curtin baseline, pass deflected, almost another steal here for the Knights. Ewing. So Dean there with the transition layup, pushing the lead up to 9 here for the Gophers, their biggest of the night. Dean almost takes the lunch money away there for Pearson. And the held ball will send it back over to Clinton Prairie. And again, that defense actually make us furnish the one they got tied up, but this Gopher defense has been stifling here in this quarter.
Yeah, this is that dreaded run that Traders Point runs into from time to time. I mean, it was 9-9, and this has been a stretch that TPC doesn't seem to have an answer for.
12 straight scored here by the home team after that 3 from Daffler started the quarter off nicely for the visiting Knights. And an illegal screen set by Nick Ewing. That's the second foul on the workman down low for Clinton Prairie. So number 2 on Ewing, the 6-foot senior.
We had to wait on Jacob Furnish to tie his green shoe there.
Always important to have both shoes tied.
Even if they're green.
Even if they're green. Maybe even more so if they're green. Look at the speed from Whitlock. Picking it up after the missed dribble from Daffler, and Whitlock cashing in on some extra playing opportunities here tonight.
He looks like a nice defender.
He's tracking Jones with every step. Whitlock, the junior. Furnish from the corner. Too much, and there's Whitlock scampering in to pick it up. Ewing trailing the play, trying to get the feed from Dean. Here comes Traders Point coming the other way. Euro attempt there from Daffler. And he draws the foul on a block by Jackson Miller. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Doing our best to try to rectify that right now.
And that's more like the game I'm used to seeing out of Daffler. He likes to get inside and likes to take it to the rim, likes to shoot that pull-up jumper. He's managed to knock down a couple threes tonight. It's good to see him advance all areas of his offensive game.
First scoring, though, Brady, for Traders Point Christian in about 5 minutes or so since the Daffler three.
Yeah, they're on a lull right now. Need to go hard these last 70 seconds.
Can't get the second one. 10-point lead here for the Gophers. They've dropped 3 in a row, their third 3-game losing streak of the year. Again, trying to work some new faces in after some roster shakeup over the last couple of weeks. A little bit of a zone look here for Traders Point Christian. Dean pops up top. Shakes those shoulders. TPC was saying that he shook his feet. Hoping for that travel. Curtin fires the 3 ball. Hits all iron, but he gets his own miss. Tap to him. Nice head fake and a beautiful spin move in for the Nick Curtin bucket.
Yeah, Coach Doyle wanted to travel there. I don't think that's a good argument. I thought that was good footwork.
8 points for Curtin, all here in the corner. Whitlock making Daffler's life difficult. Pearson looking for help, finds it in Daffler, who's double teamed. And a reach in against either Whitlock or Dean. That'll go against Dean.
And that's one of the things these guys will need to do. When you get into that trap, one of the best things you can do is just to step through it. And once you put it on the floor and you got 2 guys behind you, you've actually got numbers going toward the basket. So I like what Daffler did right there, and that's going to be something he can utilize to negate this trap.
Daffler has all 4 points for Traders Point Christian here in this quarter, trying to add some more here at the free throw line. Ewing back in, replacing Whitlock, who's got some nice minutes here tonight for Clinton Prairie. And Daffler makes them both. It's up to a game-high 9, and again has all 6 of the points here for the Knights in the quarter. They got the deficit back down to 10. 14 seconds left. Clinton Prairie should be holding here for the final shot. Going baseline is Smock, weaves his way in, couldn't finish over traffic. And Robb has the rebound, and after falling behind by as many as 11 and 12 points, that was the biggest deficit of that half. A 2-0 burst at the free throw line, able to get Traders Point Christian back to within 10 as we had halftime here on the ISC Sports Network.
If you haven't signed up for Mintel Fiber Optic Internet from Mulberry Telecommunications, then you're missing out. We have various packages to choose from and speeds up to a gig. Not to mention each package includes a Wi-Fi 6 wireless router and access to our Mintel Smart Home app, giving you complete control of your network backed by our award-winning customer service. Go ahead and dance till your heart's content in whatever reality you want, even if it's virtual. Mulberry Telecommunications offering the best gig in town. Sign up today at Mintel.net and experience the Mintel difference.
Day and Genda Funeral Home, proudly putting family first, strives to care and honor the families of Clinton and Carroll County in ways that share the loved one's story. In our effort to serve your family at the highest of quality, we have added our own crematories, one for your loved one and another crematory for your furry family members. Contact us for information on how we can serve your family. Day and Gender Funeral Home, putting family first.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Halftime at Clinton Prairie, and the home team on top by 10, 25-15. First half thoughts of Brady Laurie presented by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. Mr. Laurie, your thoughts on the opening 16 minutes?
Well, the Knights have done what they have a problem doing, and that is just falling asleep and letting the opposition go on a little run. That's been the only difference in this game. But you got to give Clinton Prairie credit. They're the ones that came out a little more fired up there at the beginning of the second quarter. Both of these teams have to shore some things up, but Traders Point really has the biggest issue in the locker room to try to figure out what they're going to do against this more aggressive trapping zone defense.
Last night we mentioned it off the top, Clinton Prairie fell by 2 points at rival Carroll. They led for the majority of that game. They got out to a fairly sizable lead early on in that first quarter. What have you liked from them, particularly in that second quarter after they were tied at 9 with TPC here tonight?
Oh, with what Clinton Prairie has done?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you know, when you're tied at 9, like I said, both teams are probably feeling good about it. They've played well. They've just gone off the charts here with their more physical, aggressive defense, and they're getting buckets and getting to the free throw line on the other end. I think if you're Clinton Prairie, you're in the locker room saying, hey, let's just keep doing what we're doing right now.
Gophers went on a 14-0 run after a Daffler 3. Started the second quarter off on the right foot for Traders Point Christian. It was an 11-point lead, and then also got up to 12 at 25-13. That was the biggest lead of the half for Clinton Prairie.
One thing that's always a big deal at Clinton Prairie, look at these little cheerleaders out here. This crowd is fired up. I know my daughter Nala's at home watching these cheerleaders thinking that looks like something I would love.
We heard it coming back in from break. They worked on these cheers in the routine today for 4 hours today, so they're put into work here tonight in front of a packed house at Clinton Prairie High School. A lot to cheer about if you're in the red and black, because your team's on top by 10 here at halftime on the ISC Sports Network.
In this town, game day starts long before kickoff. It's the work behind the scenes that makes champions. At Tier 1 Meat Company, we prep with the same focus, discipline, and pride as the hometown heroes we feed. From our block to your block, fuel every victory. Tier 1 Meat Company. Mission, feed the fans. Standard, champion quality. Scan the QR code for a game day upgrade.
The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
First half highlights presented by Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town. And it was a three-point fest early on as Traders Point Christian hit 4 threes in the opening half, and that was their big weapon in the first. But starting it off, Jackson Miller with the drive and take here to get CP on the board to start.
Great finish.
As I mentioned, Daffler, they leave him open, steps in, and that was the first of 2 threes for Josh Daffler in the first half. Xander Dean answering with a corner 3 ball here. He had 7 to lead the way for Clinton Prairie in the first half, and the freshman point guard has been a real breath of fresh air both last night and tonight here for the Gophers.
And this is what I think we'd like to see a little more out of Traders Point. Good open 3 because you've kind of worked it around and gotten a good look.
Jones, back-to-back triples there, both coming in that first quarter. That was towards the end of the stanza. That tied that first quarter at 9, and then this was the Daffler 3 that started things, and he felt like that might be a momentum starter there for TPC, but then after that, 14 unanswered here for the Gophers, starting with this one.
Yeah, what a great move down there for Curtin. Good footwork. Here's Dean going to work. Love the pull-up jumper. Our
correct myself from earlier. I said Dean led the way with 7. Curtin actually led the way with 8. This is one of 2 fast break steal and layups here for Rhett Whitlock. A nice spark off the bench for the home side.
Yeah, you can tell he's an athlete. I'm encouraged to see what he does here in the second half. Another great take by Curtin, just so strong.
Curtin coming in with that head of steam forward, and then when the ball finds your mitts, a nice head fake, and he spins his way in beautifully. That spinning move from Curtin has been his calling card here during his time here at Clinton Prairie. 8 for him to start, 7 for Dean, 2 for Nick Ewing from the free throw line, 2 for Miller, and 4 for Rhett Whitlock tonight here for Clinton Prairie. They're ahead by 10 here at halftime on the ISC Sports Network.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Davis Comfort Solutions.
At Davis Comfort Solutions Heating and Cooling, the name says it all. Davis Comfort Solutions will keep you comfortable all season long with 2 locations, Fowler and Colfax. They service most of central Indiana.
We've got the air necessities, great service and efficiencies, bringing peace and comfort to your life.
DavisComfortSolutions.com.
Whether you dine in or carry out, the South Fork restaurant is known for daily lunch and dinner specials, world-famous hand-battered tenderloins, fresh, never-frozen whole catfish, and award-winning onion rings. The kitchen is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Come join us at 105 South Glick Street in Mulberry or visit southforkpub.com for the latest menu options. The South Fork Restaurant, a proud supporter of Clinton Prairie Athletics. The Willow Creek Barn has been voted the best of weddings on the Knot for 4 years running. The Willow Creek Barn has earned its reputation for a reason. With breathtaking grounds, a stunning barn, and a staff that goes above and beyond, making sure that every detail is perfect, your wedding day will be seamless, joyful, and unforgettable. From the first look to the last dance, your happily ever after starts here. To book your dream wedding, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com.
Frankfurt Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
8th road game of the season for Traders Point Christian. Their next 2 will be at home against Indiana Math and Science and Columbus Christian. Schedule lightens up a little bit from the road standpoint, but there are still 5 more road games on the year for Traders Point Christian. They're going to get used to playing on the road. Obviously, we talked with Dan Doyle, said next year going to be a lot more home games and a little bit more of a schedule that he's going to be a little bit more favorable to kind of get a little more an even split between home and road here for the Knights.
And it's difficult. I mean, you're traveling every night, and they've had some of these really rough games where they've just gotten beat up, and this is great training for these guys for next year. They've got a couple juniors that are going to be seniors next year. This is really good development opportunities for these guys.
And also they're an independent, so not as a member of a conference. That makes your scheduling even harder as well. Clinton Prairie out of the Hoosier Heartland Conference. This wraps up this actually is their first home game. They're actually in the middle. They're going to play 5 road games out of their next 6. The previous 3 are on the road. They dropped all 3 of them. Then next week, Friday and Saturday, they're over in Kokomo at Eastern and Greentown, and then at home against West Central before a 3-game homestand to end the year here, or end the month I should say, for Clinton Prairie. Halftime adjustments are brought to you by JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. Let's start with the folks from Traders Point Christian. First up, what would you like to see them do more of in the second half?
Well, I would like to see them continue to do what they're doing defensively. And it may sound funny because you're down 10 points, but they've played games where they've given up 81, 76, 92 in the most recent 4 games. This is encouraging. You're only down 10 and you've only given up 25 points. So I'd say one of the things we're going to do is keep doing what we're doing on the defensive end.
On the other side for Clinton Prairie, any tweaks you'd like to see the Gophers make?
I'd like to see them spend a little more time working the ball around offensively. That really was a good quarter for them. What they're doing defensively is just perfect. No reason to adjust anything on that end of the floor.
Starters on the floor for both teams as it's Traders Point Christian with the ball in the road blue. They've dropped 6 in a row. Clinton Prairie has dropped their last 3. And a 5-second violation called there against Jacob Furnish as he was defended by Smock. And 3 seconds in, a tough turnover, 4 seconds in, I should say. Tough turnover to take here by Traders Point Christian as our clock was winding with a couple of extra seconds there, just with the ball not even in play. Hamster got on the wheel too much over there for the scoreboard over at Clinton Prairie. Now he's working too much. Calm down, my man. Calm down. Jeez.
I think he's got it squared away. We're going to be all right. This is going to be a good half of basketball, Rick.
Here's Miller, got the scoring going for CP. And Dean and Curtin combined to match Traders Point Christian's output in the opening half. A little more deliberate here this opening half. Backdoor feed, catching and then deleting the shot, but a holding foul. As Rob got hit in the midsection trying to go up for the block. Either way, Curtin's got free throws upcoming here.
Yeah, Rick, I think they came out with a set play. They wanted to try to get that backdoor lob to Curtin so they could maybe get a dunk and get people fired up here for the second half. They were deliberate about it, just didn't quite work out, but he's going to the free throw line to try to finish these off.
See Rob still down on the knee after getting hit in the midsection.
Can't afford to lose people at this point. Both these teams are limited in soldiers.
Particularly the leading rebounder for TPC. Curtin was a perfect 6 of 6 on the line last night. Tonight he's missed his first 2, and he straight lines that first one in here of this trip. Curtin with 19 and 18 points in the first 2 games of the season this year. And has had back-to-back point totals once again for the top point producer for the Gophers. 12-point lead to start things here in the third match is the biggest of the night here for Clinton Prairie. Ewing almost got for the steal. That leaves Jones wide open for a left wing 3, and that's right down the hatch.
Just like they started the scoring in the second quarter. Can't afford a few minutes of not scoring and giving up buckets, so.
Only 2 men have scored for Traders Point Christian, and they've only made 3-point baskets. No 2-point field goals yet here for the Knights. Spun around to the corner, wide open Smock. Actually make that Miller on the 3. Smock with the long rebound and jets it off to Ewing. Miller tees up another one from the corner. This one spins off.
Now that's a win for Traders Point, giving up an offensive rebound and 2 wide open 3s and coming away with them not scoring any points. That's good for them.
Desperation heave from Daffler as that 5-second clock was dwindling after he picked up the ball just inside midcourt. Quick ball movement, long 3 over Curtin. Good challenge on the attempt from Jones.
Yeah, he was asking for that for a long time. He had a little wide open space there until Curtin ate it up.
Curtin back outside to Miller. Dean trying to create himself. Into Curtin, puts a shoulder through the defender, and that is an offensive foul on Nick Curtin.
Well, that's Cobb down there, isn't it? No, it's not.
Looks like it's actually Jones who pops back to his feet, took one right in the chest.
Yeah, well, he was grabbing his belly. I was afraid it was Cobb again, but yeah, he's holding the same area that Cobb was.
Second personal one on Nick Curtin. Again, limited varsity experience for Clinton Prairie as 3 members no longer on the team. And the injury to Cohen Bales last night, have not seen him yet. So a limited roster size, or at least guys that have seen time here so far here for Clinton Prairie. 3-point shot missed. Dean goes. They'll call it on the floor. Number 2 on Jacob Furnish for the Knights. Ewing in traffic. Able to get away from 3 different Knight defenders. Dean, 3-ball, corner pocket.
Well, that's a pretty shot he's got, isn't it?
Yep.
really like the freshman and his ability to step up there confidently and shoot that thing, follow through. Really pretty to watch.
Dean did not have a field goal at all last night. He's made 2 threes here this evening. He's tied with Curtin for game high honors with 10 points apiece. Deffler dances. Jones misses everything. Clinton Prairie quickly back up the floor. Dean angles, floats, and he gets the home court roll and bounce. 5 in a row for Xander Dean.
He can score from all kinds of places. I love that little pull-up. You mix that in, and we know he likes to get to the free throw line and shoot free throws like last night. Really good scorer, that kid.
You don't see that wide array of scoring ability out of many freshmen, no matter what level you're at. And Dean showing it off in spades here. Curtin using his length, jarred the ball free. Rob dives on the floor, but couldn't keep it away from Miller. And here comes Clinton Prairie. Dean has got a personal 5-0 run. Jones cutting off Curtin on the baseline. Smock turns into a 3 and swishes it.
And all of a sudden, it's a 10-3 run, just like they started the second quarter.
8 in a row after the three-point basket by Jones. Just like Brady mentioned, this is exactly what happened in the second quarter. And Clinton Prairie gets the steal, and Smock races to the other end for a layup. Timeout for Traders Point Christian. They used 2 of their 3 fulls in the first half. They'll take their 3rd and final full timeout. Tonight's game presented by Mulberry Telecommunications. Mulberry Telecommunications offers high-speed fiber optic internet, streaming TV, and telephone solutions. We're a local telecommunications cooperative that has been serving Clinton and Tippecanoe County for over 120 years. Now that we've expanded our services into Carroll County, we're excited to join your neighborhood and welcome you to our fiberhood. Learn more at www.mintel.net or call 765-296-2885. So 10 straight here for Clinton Prairie, and they've got the lead up to the biggest it's been all night at 19.
Yeah, it's deja vu from quarter number 2 to quarter number 3. I really hope Coach Doyle can get through to these guys to just play a little tougher, take care of the basketball, because they're starting to do that thing where they turn it over a little bit, giving up offensive rebounds. It's just those little things that they really need to do. And you know, they're young. They will get it at some point, but right now would be the ultimate time to get it so you can get back into this game.
And like we talked about in the first half, Brady, they were so strong with the basketball. They weren't turning it over much, if at all, in those opening 16 minutes. But, again, maybe it kind of becomes that numbers game like we talked about earlier with not as many subs for Traders Point Christian, maybe getting worn down a little bit, particularly playing against a high-octane team in Speedway last night.
Yeah, and we mentioned that in our conversation with Coach Doyle. They do get a little gassed. And, you know, when Greenwood Christian was coming out, pressing them full court, it just makes it more difficult when you get tired. You're not as deliberate. You're not as strong with the basketball. And you could be running into a little bit of that, especially, like you said, having played a tough team like Speedway last night.
Miller with the steal. 10 straight here for the Gophers. Miller a long 3 off the front of the rim, and Martin able to get that contested rebound. Daffler, ball on a string to his buddy Jones in the corner. And he was ushered out of bounds as he was trying to walk the tightrope of the baseline. That goes against Jackson Miller, number 2 on him. Tonight's contest is presented in part by Davis Comfort Solutions. At Davis Comfort Solutions, we understand that your comfort is important. That's why our team of highly experienced technicians will strive to be your go-to when it comes to your home, shop, or business's heating and cooling needs. For more info on financing and special offers, visit us online at daviscomfortsolutions.com. Everybody trying to get their three-point work in, but no one has been able to dial it in from distance. Smock missing there for CP from the corner after Traders Point Christian missed the other time down the end.
I don't think Smock's hit one tonight. He hit a huge shot last night. He's hit one so far.
Yep, had the one.
He hit that big shot.
As Dean goes in, he's up to 14.
Last night with about 48 seconds left to put them up, you know, only to suffer that Schuler shot in the corner.
Yeah, Smock actually had the last 4 points of the ball game last night. That three-pointer that deadlocked the game at 39, front rim there for Martin, and then had the free throw, had a 2-shot trip, made the first one to cut it down to 42-40. That's when, though, he intentionally missed the free throw as Curtin's going to go to the free throw line here. He had got to the free throw line. They're down 42-40 after the Schuler three. A timeout called by Clinton Prairie. They draw something up. They intentionally missed it. They had an opportunity to get that rebound there. It just went off the hands. I think if it was Hurleman who'd just come in, and then a couple seconds left, and that was all she wrote there from Carroll last night. But Smock was right in the middle of it after coming off the bench an evening ago.
Yeah, he played well, and that shot he hit was a big one. It's just it's a little heartbreaking, Clinton Prairie. They played a great game, had a really nice stretch. I think it was the second quarter.
Yeah.
Our first quarter and second quarter, they were playing great, and just to lose a heartbreaker like that. But they've come back, they put it back together tonight. That's encouraging.
Curtin with 11 after splitting the trip there. Another long scoring drought here for the Knights of Traders Point Christian. Happened in the second quarter and happening here in the third with 2:04 left to go. Pushing foul there on Smock, number 2 on him. Tonight's game has been brought to you by JXN Stump Solutions. They're tired of unsightly tree stumps ruining your yard? Well, let us take care of it. We've got the equipment and experience to get the job done right. We offer 3 tiers of service that will rejuvenate your yard, all at competitive, budget-friendly rates. Call 765-242-9523 today for a free estimate. JXN Stump Solutions, rooted in service, driven to remove. Removing the ball from the hands of a Clinton Prairie player right there is Rob, and Traders Point Christian with 100 seconds remaining in our third paragraph, trying to figure out a way to get on the score sheet here again. They'll try to get it from the free throw line as Jones spins and gets fouled.
Yeah, on the other end, Dean got a little too deep. I think he's really nice with that 10, 12-foot pull-up, but if he gets down there to the block just with his size and, just being a smaller freshman, he probably ought to stick to that 10, 12-footer.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles Post 976. Serving our community since 1905 with over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, please visit FOE.com or stop by 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. Jones knocks them both down. Brady, though, still no 2-point field goals yet for Traders Point Christian. It's either been threes or free throws.
I don't think I've seen a game with no twos, so this will be interesting. And I get it. They're playing against that sticky 3-2 zone of Clinton Prairie's. It's hard to get yourself to drive it in there when you can stand out there and shoot threes.
Ewing tries his hand to the three. Just a little bit long.
You don't see him shoot too many of those.
No. Nice steal here from Dean. Trying to be Daffler to the other end, and he does, and Dean's night continues to be a stellar one. He's up to 16 to pace all scorers tonight. Under a minute left to go here in the third. It's been all Clinton Prairie here as they've outscored the Knights 17-5.
That's when you got to reverse it. The way to avoid being trapped and getting all that aggressive defense up in your face is to move that ball quickly from side to side.
About 20 seconds left to go here in the third. As you can see, Clinton Prairie slowing it down. They want to stomp on the brakes here, leading by 22. (33-11) so far, spanning the second and almost this full third quarter. Whitlock's corner three, no. 3 seconds left, pushing the issue. Daffler, 1-foot runners off the back of the rim. And that takes us to the fourth quarter. Clinton Prairie trying to snap their 3-game losing streak. They are 8 minutes away from doing so. They lead Traders Point Christian by 22 here on the ISC Sports Network.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Wampler's Disposal and Recycling, we take pride in offering waste management for commercial and residential clients. As an industry leader, Wampler's Disposal and Recycling brings the most professional and responsive collection service in the business. Since 1948, our family-owned and operated company has provided excellent service at competitive rates. We offer container rentals as well. Our longevity in the industry is a testament to our excellent service. We serve all of Clinton, Tippecanoe, Boone, Howard, and Carroll counties. For all your waste removal needs, call Wampler Services Incorporated today. You can reach us at 765-659-3721. Visit us online at wamplerservicesinc.com.
Spanning the second and third quarters, Clinton Prairie has flipped a 9-9 tie into a 22-point lead thanks to a 33-11 scoring advantage here against Traders Point Christian. Second time all meeting between these two teams in the last 40 years. Last year, Clinton Prairie on their way to the runners-up in Class A. Boys basketball here in Indiana won convincingly, putting up 80 points on the board against the Knights a year ago. Go for ball to start things off here in the fourth. Smock from the corner. Short. Ball fought for, and there's Ewing getting his hands dirty once again. A little floater in front is good for Miller, but that all happens because of Nick Ewing's hard work.
We love how he does that in the lane. Always going after it, getting on the floor, and he made a great pass from his back.
Handful of rebounds tonight for Nick Ewing. Also a couple of free throws back in our first half. Just underway here in the fourth. Dean with the steal, has numbers, gives off to Whitlock, who slashes in but can't convert from in front. Smock has it, fighting three Knights, and a foul underneath will be called on the floor here against TPC.
Although Whitlock missed that, I like what he did. I like that he's come out aggressively, and I think getting those breakaway layups in the first half have been good for him. He's been a nice addition to this Clinton Prairie roster.
Pass on to traffic. Ewing draws the foul. Will he go to the line? We'll wait and see. And he will. Foul on Martin, number 2 on him. Tonight's game brought to you by Laser Edge. Laser Edge Turf and Excavation keeps your property looking sharp and projects moving forward. From mowing and lawn fertilization to directional boring, trenching, and excavation, we deliver precision and reliability every time. Cutting clean, digging deep, building strong. Ewing is 3 of 3 from the line tonight. Misses that one there, but an offensive rebound for Miller. Smock fakes. Dean from the corner. Got another one. Xander Dean, 19 points in a breakout game for the freshman.
Freshman is having a night. We still got 7 minutes left.
Lead up to the biggest it's been here all night. Dean's been playing fantastic defense as well. Ewing reads that long pass, and it's a 4-on-1 go for fast break. Smock almost traveled, kept his pivot foot down, and it just rolls out here at home.
That was a little clunky of a fast break, but still got a good shot out of it.
Trying to find some space was Robb. Top of the key three. Back rim from Martin.
Martin hadn't managed to knock one down yet.
Whitlock slashes, kicks, deflected, and that young fan on their phone almost had that ball land in her lap. If you're going to sit in the front row, you probably should not be on your phone. Just a hunch.
Got to be alert.
Almost 2 minutes in here to the final stanza. Two teams trying to snap sizable losing streaks. Traders Point Christian has lost 6 in a row. Clinton Prairie lost the last 3. But it's the third different 3-game losing streak of the year here for the Gophers. Again, retooling their lineup with 3 players no longer on the roster. And a starter from last night in Cohen Bales, who got hurt in that loss at Carroll and has not been back on the floor tonight. So it's pretty much Brady does a 6-man rotation of Smock, Dean, Ewing, Miller, Curtin, and Whitlock here for Chad Peckinpah's bunch.
Well, and you've got to feel good about it. I mean, you know, you're going to come away with a win, it would seem. And, you know, these guys have played together really well tonight, I think. You got the addition of Whitlock out there getting some points and doing some good.
Cohen Robb is fouled out. 2 free throws for Jackson Miller as he gets the first one to go.
Yeah, would have liked to seen Cohen play straight up right there. If you swipe at it when a guy's shooting it and you're trying to block it, you're going to get called for it 90% of the time.
Another offensive rebound for Ewing. Finds Curtin, who slithers in but couldn't convert on the reverse.
He couldn't believe he whiffed on that layup.
Daffler trying to turn the corner, but Dean picked his pocket on the back pick. Or the back tap, excuse me. Dean almost walked into a three. I thought he was going to.
I think he deserved it. I think he's earned that one.
He's 3 of 4 from 3 tonight for 19 points. Last night had 6 points all on free throws. Miller a corner three. Curtin with the offensive rebound, twirling and kidding the verse to go this time.
That makes up for that last layup. But I tell you, the way the night's going, if Dean shoots that, just steps into that three, it's probably a better look than even those couple passes getting it down to the corner. That's a tough baseline three-pointer. I almost would have rather seen Dean take that shot from up top.
Nice off-ball cut, Furnish. Better defense by Ewing.
Great rotation by Ewing.
Pearson on the rebound, and there's the speedy Whitlock again. His third rebound and a third fast break layup for Rhett Whitlock.
Where has this guy been?
Had no points in the season opener against Frankfort. Did not play against Sheridan in game number 2. Was scoreless last night, but has really found a nice home in his first significant minutes of the year. Working his way in, trying to get that first two-pointer of the night was Daffler, was unsuccessful in doing so.
What I like about what Whitlock does, he turns defense into offense. You love to see guys scoring off of steals, getting wide open breakaway layups.
And you don't normally think of that with a team that plays zone primarily, particularly with Whitlock getting that steal. All of his steals have been north of the three-point line tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And if they do a little trapping up there, which sometimes can create steals, but he's getting them on anticipating passes, just like Nick Ewing did on the possession before. These guys do a real nice job of anticipating where that ball is going to go and getting there in time to catch it, intercept it.
New batch of Traders Point Christian Knights in. Number 2 is Micah Weir. Number 13, Elijah Jackson. And number 22 is Leo Rogers. And number 12 at the top of the key is Aiden McCorkhill. .24 lead for the Gophers. They're pitching a shutout here so far in the fourth, as Xander Dean picks up his third foul of the night. Tonight's game presented by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Healthy Communities of Clinton County offers free navigation services for all pregnant women. A licensed nurse is available to help you with free pregnancy tests and prenatal vitamins, insurance assistance, prenatal appointment assistance, smoking or vaping cessation, breastfeeding, labor, delivery, safe sleep, car seat, and newborn care education. Call Libby at 765-659-6063 for more information. And Dean eclipses the 20-point mark. 21 points for the talented freshman guard. Timeout here for Traders Point Christian. That leaves them with a 1:30-second timeout.
It's good to gather the troops. I mean, this Traders Point team's young already and just got younger with this new batch of players in here, but this is really good experience for them. This is a high school varsity basketball game, and not just anywhere. It's at Clinton Prairie. These guys were 26-3 last year, went to the state championship game. This is a real good basketball program, so you're going to play tough teams in the future. This is what it's like to be out there on the floor playing against a tough team. This is great experience for these younger fellas.
Tonight's game presented by the Willow Creek Barn. Attention all engaged couples. Discover why the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the Knott's Best of Weddings for 4 years in a row. Nestled just outside Frankfort, Indiana, our venue offers stunning indoor and outdoor ceremony options with breathtaking photo opportunities. We provide the perfect backdrop for your dream barn wedding. To start planning your unforgettable day, visit thewillowcreekbarn.com. Held ball, possession area here with Traders Point Christian.
Leo Rogers with that three. He likes to shoot those out there. It doesn't take him long to fire one up when he gets in.
Junior forward. As you can see, one of the assistant coaches for TPC talking some of the starters at the end of the bench as the Knights trying to get some much-needed experience like Brady was talking about earlier. This important game here for the Knights of Traders Point Christian under the direction of first-year head coach Dan Doyle.
And really, they've only given up 56 points at this point. I mean, I think they've played better defensively than usual. They just kind of lived and died by that three-pointer, and if it's not falling, it's tough to win ball games if you can't create ways to get to the free throw line, get fouled, get some good two-pointers in there too.
And with the lead at north of 35, that's why you see the running clock and the bottom right-hand corner. Clinton Prairie empties the bench. They get a lot of the mainly JV guys in here for some valuable varsity minutes here on the floor tonight.
Well, Clinton Prairie just got bigger.
Sam Hurleman, big 6'6", number 30, making his way out onto the floor. Traveling violation here against the Gophers. Tonight's game has been brought to you by the South Fork Restaurant. Dine in or carry out are crewed both tonight. South Fork Restaurant is known for daily lunch and dinner specials, fresh, never frozen whole catfish, hand-battered tenderloins, which I had tonight, and award-winning onion rings, which we saw tonight. The kitchen is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Come join us at 105 South Glick Street in Mulberry, Indiana, or visit southforkpub.com for our latest menu options. And we'd already ordered dinner, Brady, but then somebody at the other table ordered the onion rings, and I immediately got hungry again.
You had onion ring envy at that
point. I did.
But your tenderloin looked amazing.
It was delicious. Elijah had the tenderloin to go. You had the grilled chicken. Looked fantastic as always. Needless to say, we'll be back at the South Fork Restaurant at the next closest opportunity for sure. It felt only right to get the tenderloin since it's in the Reed every night, and that's one of the 3 things that they're known for. A wonderful experience over there tonight for a little early dinner before our matchup here tonight with Traders Point Christian and Clinton Prairie at the world-famous South Fork Restaurant and Pub.
Well, I feel like I need to order that next time. Yours looked so good. And I know you liked it.
I did. I only ordered the half, which I was educated early. They said unless you were like really hungry or want to have some later, then you need to make sure that you only get the half. I got the half. And I'm still a little hungry, so maybe I should have gone for the full one. But you know, there's something I can work my way up to. There's no reason to jump in and
Right. Sam with a big rebound in there.
And a close range shot. Hurleman puts it up and in. 6'6" junior Sam Hurleman.
Crowd favorite right there. Got 2 boards and a bucket.
And we got a minute left in this one. Clinton Prairie is going to snap their 3-game losing streak, move to 4-9 on the year. Traders Point Christian will fall to 1-9 as they drop their 7th straight contest. So some valuable minutes for everybody here on the floor tonight. Again, we mentioned 3 players no longer on the varsity roster for Clinton Prairie. So every guy on the floor you see here right now for the Gophers dresses and plays in the JV game. There was no JV game tonight, but they get this experience here as you hit the halfway point of the year. And Clinton Prairie is going to need these guys here. We're now down 3 of their regular rotational guys and a couple starters there from the varsity roster.
Yeah, and you got to feel good about Harriman there getting 2 rebounds and a bucket in 1 possession. He's got some skills, you know, for a big kid. I'm not sure, you know, how long he's been playing basketball, but that's a guy who's physically got what you just can't coach. You can't coach a guy to be 6'6".
McCorkill knocks them both down. It's still just 3s and free throws tonight here for Traders Point Christian. Final 30 seconds of this one as the Gophers trying to add to it. Hurleman, put back, no. Second try, yes.
He's got 4 boards. That's awesome.
4 boards, 4 rebounds for the big fella. We saw him briefly last night. Had an opportunity to get that missed free throw that could have potentially led to a game-tying shot for Clinton Prairie over there at Carroll. Just didn't go their way. Tonight it goes their way, and then he comes in and collides hard with McCorkill. Trying to go up for the block, and McCorkill pops back up.
Yeah, nothing intentional about that. I think, you know, you're just a big guy like Hurleman, and you're out there trying to close out as fast as you can. You knock into a young freshman, but welcome to the varsity, son.
Aiden's made 2 free throws tonight, most recently. That one spins off. We'll have 1 more. Next up, as we mentioned, for Traders Point Christian, they will be at home for next week. Midweek game against Indiana Math and Science, then at home against Columbus Christian. For Clinton Prairie, they are on the road next Friday and Saturday over to Kokomo to take on Eastern and Greentown, and West Central on the road a week from today. Clinton Prairie victorious tonight by a final of 61-22. We're back with our post-game show next here on the ISC Sports Network.
At Day and Genda Funeral Home, we embrace change while staying true to timeless values. Our commitment to putting families first remains steadfast. With up-to-date practices and unwavering compassion, we offer the highest quality of service for your loved ones. Trust to serve your family with a classic commitment in modern times. Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Tonight's postgame show brought to you by the Willow Creek Barn, where nature's beauty meets rustic elegance. And a big-time close. Our game was tied at 9 after 1 quarter of play, but a big stretch, Brady, in the second and third quarter where Clinton Prairie outscored Traders Point Christian 33-11 on their way to a 61-22 victory here tonight.
Yeah, and like we've said, that's just kind of the Achilles heel of Traders Point Christian is those lulls. You give up long stretches and runs, then that kind of stuff happens. But they're getting older. They're gonna grow. They're gonna be better next year, and I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Very cool moment here at the end of the game. Traders Point Christian, obviously a faith-based institution associated with Traders Point Church down in the Indianapolis area, so bringing out Clinton Prairie for a post-game prayer between both teams tonight after our game here at Clinton Prairie High School. Our player of the game is brought to you by the Frankfort Eagles, post 976, and it goes to the breakout guard, the freshman Xander Dean. 21 points for the youngster, getting his first extended minutes, his second start in as many days, and he showed out tonight here at home.
He really did, and like I mentioned during the broadcast, he scores from everywhere. I love the pull-up jumper off the dribble. That's that 10, 12-footer. He's knocking down threes. Didn't spend as much time at the free throw line tonight as he did last night, but we know he can do that. Breakaway layups. The kid's got it all.
So Xander Dean does finish with the game-high 21 points. So you heard over the PA system there. And he was also 3 of 4 from the three-point line as well. So with the win, Clinton Prairie moves to 4-9 on the year, and Traders Point Christian falls to 1-9 on the campaign. Season continues coming up next week. Tonight's game was brought to you in parts by Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first. Healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Mulberry Telecommunications, your local hometown fiber provider. The Frankfort Eagles, post 976, people helping people. And the Willow Creek Barn, providing a picturesque setting for the barn wedding of your dreams. Convincing win tonight from last year's Class A runners-up, the Clinton Prairie Gophers, defeating Traders Point Christian 61-22. Special thanks to our great crew tonight, headed up by Director Elijah Mash. Graphics was from Sam Waugh. Our camera operator tonight was Tony Stewart. For the analyst Brady Laurie, my name is Rick Johnston saying so long from Clinton Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of Indiana Boys High School basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street